The latest IRS poll, which you are told is a national poll, is showing us some results that are mind-boggling. Make zero sense. For anybody who is in Kenya currently, for anybody who is on the ground currently, this poll results. What? According to this IRS poll, if elections were held today, Deputy President William Samoei Ruto would win by 50.5% of the vote, and Raila Odinga would come in second with only 44% of the vote. And according to this IRS fellows, the poll was conducted amongst 24,599 respondents countrywide. What? Very interesting. Now, I need to ask a few questions. If indeed the Deputy President is the most popular countrywide, if indeed is leading with 50.5%, then why is it that the campaign tactics of William Samoei Ruto do not suggest that he's popular? Let me give you a very simple recent example. Now, a few weeks ago, my perception was that William Samoei Ruto was extremely popular in Kwale County. Now, I'm using this example because one of the places where this poll tells us the Deputy President is very popular is the Coast Province, Coast area. So, if indeed the Deputy President is very popular in Kwale, then why is it that this recent incident happened? Okay, and let me recount it to you. On Thursday, 21st July 2022, a friend of mine was driving along the Lunga Lunga Mombasa Road, trying to rush towards Mombasa and then on to the airport to drop somebody who had to catch a flight. Alikuwa amefanya mahesabu vizuri sana, and he knew exactly how long it would take him to drive to the ferry, cross the ferry at Likoni onto Mombasa Island, and then speed towards the airport in Mombasa for this other person to catch a flight. And for those who know Kwale well, he drove past a place called Kona ya Musa. No problem. Everything seemed okay. But a little further down the road, at a place called Ibiza, a very popular market where stuff is sold at very low prices, he suddenly encountered a traffic snarl-up. At least that is what he initially thought it was. And he said to himself, oh no, there must be an accident somewhere down the road. And because the traffic was not even moving, people were stuck, he got off his vehicle and walked ahead. Guess what he found? He found the road completely blocked for a political rally hosted by UDA people, addressed by William Samoei Ruto. Now, for those who know this area well, there is plenty of space on the side of the road. If the dais had been shifted slightly, this rally would have gone on without interfering with traffic on this very busy road. This is the road that leads up to the border with Tanzania at Lunga Lunga, Horohoro on the other side of Tanzania. And naturally it is very, very busy, because apart from that, There are people who live somewhere along the road. Many people. Including this friend of mine who was trying to get to the airport on time. And my friend went into a panic. He tried to look for a border to cross that section that had completely been blocked. And get this person who wanted to catch a flight, at the end of the traffic jam on the other side. There were no borders. The few he stopped to ask said it was impossible to pass through. And he would have to wait until the UDA rally is over. Now let me give you another piece of information. Raila Odinga was at the same venue some time back. And his rally was held very early in the day. In fact, on a weekday when people are working. And it was packed, standing room only. And Raila did not interfere with traffic. The traffic was flowing as usual. William Samoei Ruto's rally was strategically scheduled for the rush hour on that road. And then the road was blocked. Now, of course, it is very obvious. The whole idea here was to force people to attend this UDA rally. And of course, this is not the first time that William Samoei Ruto has done this at the coast and in many other areas in the country. There was a time the ferry traffic was blocked. People coming off the ferry. They were blocked, they couldn't move. And they were forced to attend a UDA rally. Now, a simple question for you. Are these the actions of a very popular presidential candidate who is currently leading with 50.5% of the entire vote countrywide? You tell me. This IRS poll, it reminds me of the 2017 opinion polls that had President Uhuru Kenyatta and Jubilee leading by a very wide margin right up to the general elections. Now we all saw what happened when the general elections took place. And in case you have forgotten, let me remind you, what happened was that Raila Odinga won by such a wide margin that the government had no other option but to hide the real results in a server somewhere in France. That's what happened. Now you know what happened in Kwale that I've just recounted. That is the kind of thing that would make a firm supporter of the deputy president think twice. Because when you block traffic, you annoy people. People get livid. And so if there are any supporters of the deputy president trying to make it on time, rushing to the airport or somewhere else and trying to make it on time, and then encountered this blocked traffic, people being forced to attend a UDA rally, do you think they would have voted for the deputy president? Do you think that their anger would have gone away and on August 9th they will cast a vote for William Samoei Ruto? Of course not. But you see, I must quickly add, the blocking of the traffic had an objective. Yes, it angered people. And of course the deputy president's handlers know this very well. But there was a very important purpose for this. It was for the cameras. Because anybody taking in this particular rally from somewhere else in Kenya would see the huge crowd. He would see the multitude of vehicles that attended this UDA rally. Of course, they wouldn't know that all these people attended by force. They had no other option. What? I'm telling you, this is very interesting. It is beyond interesting. You produce a poll from pure fiction. And then people tell me, Chris, Where did you go to school? This is a scientific poll. The science is always right. What? Now, of course, for those of us who want to look at this deeper, it presents another very disturbing possibility. If somebody is blocking traffic, not caring if people get annoyed and refuse to vote for them, doing many things that don't make sense if somebody is trying to win a presidential election, then it suggests that there's another game plan in the works. It suggests that this presidential candidate at the moment is not interested in votes. He is interested in perception. He is interested in convincing the public that he's popular. And it would seem that there's an evil plan, an evil endgame, to dispute the results, to throw a spanner into the works, and to tell people, you see, I am popular. Look at this clip. Look at that clip. Look at the crowd that was there at the Kwale rally. I am popular. And therefore these results are wrong. I've been rigged out. Or it could also suggest that somebody is going to fiddle with the results. Stickers found with some people from Venezuela. You remember that saga? Oh yes. Something very fishy is cooking. In other words, the poll is fishy, very fishy. But the end game is even more fishy. Na nyusa samaki sana. What? Until next time, this is Kshs. Kumekucha. Now, I've covered in this WIBs before the story about intelligence officers being dispatched from Kenya to all corners of the world, but more specifically to China. Their mission? They went to collect evidence. According to impeccable sources, this problem started when it was brought to the president's attention. This happened, according to my information, around mid-2016. Rather, that is when the signs of a strained relationship started appearing. The information was most probably brought to the attention of the president much earlier than that. Let us say early 2016. And at the time this information was brought to his attention, it was clear that the president was in a very vulnerable position. If I can use the American expression, what actually happened is that the deputy president blindsided the president. Now it is important to remember, those who take careful note of what is happening in the country, that around mid-2016, a man called David Murathe came out with a rather strange statement, which many Kenyans ignored.